try to be hero.
Stranger Things. Best scenes. 11 destroys supernatural creatures from Upside Down. What to expect for Season 4? Stranger Things is set to return to Netflix, with Season 4 premiering on May 27, Part 1 of the season, and July 1, Part 2. After nearly 3 years, we're all excited to see 11 and the gang navigate more of the 80s and the trials and tribulations that come with the creatures of the Upside Down dimension. Welcome back to Movie Spotlights. In this video, we are going to talk about best scenes from Stranger Things Season 4. In the epic Battle of Starcourt Mall at the end of Season 3, the Hawkins gang defeated the monstrous Mind Flayer along with a large number of Russian soldiers, resulting in the apparent death of Police Chief Jim Hopper. 11 decided to move to California with the Byers family after losing her adoptive father and her telekinetic powers, so it will be interesting to see how Elle develops as a character in the upcoming season. So in this video, we'll discuss two topics. First, some of the most powerful moments from 11 against the world, and second, some fan theories about Season 4. Millie Bobby Brown, the young British actress who played the telekinetic 11 in Season 1 of Stranger Things, was many people's first introduction to her. Regardless of her age, she wowed the audience with her portrayal of a tormented young woman still coming to terms with her newfound supernatural abilities. 11 closes the gate. 11 demonstrates the immensity of her power in the Season 2 finale of Stranger Things. The 9th episode, The Gate, ups the ante after a serious taster in the Season 1 finale, where Elle sacrificed herself to destroy the terrifying flashback Demogorgon. 11 uses everything she has to ensure closing the gate to the Upside Down, preventing the dreaded Mind Flayer from escaping and ending its terror from the other side, even though it causes her immense physical pain and mental trauma as she experiences flashbacks. 11 puts flashbacks into a trance. She finds herself practically powerless in the Stranger Things Season 3 finale, the Battle of Starcourt. Despite this, she is about to deliver one of her most powerful, albeit emotional, moments. 11 simply speaks to Billy, reminding him of his late mother and the wonderful memories he has of her. She gets through to Billy by making a genuine connection with him and reaching out to him mentally, rather than attacking him. By doing so, Billy is brought back to reality, where he makes the ultimate sacrifice, protecting 11, his sister, and her friends for just a little longer by standing in the way of the Mind Flayer, thus redeeming himself in one of the season's most emotionally powerful scenes. Now, let's talk about some fan theories for Season 4. Billy, the new villain. Based on the episode Vecna's Curse, fans have deduced that the demonic creature is named Vecna, which could be a combination of Billy and the Mind Flayer that the kids thought they killed in Season 3 when Billy sacrificed himself. The voice narrating the trailer isn't revealed, but it's most likely Vecna, who will be the season's main villain, and is named after a powerful D&D monster. Victor Creel is played by Robert Englund, who is best known for his role as Freddy Krueger. Vecna's power comes from the Creel House. Stranger Things appears to be drawing inspiration from another recent horror series starring Finn Wolfhard, as the Creel House has advised. The Creel House will be where the kids find and defeat Vecna the same way as the Neibolt House, where Pennywise lived in it. Vecna is based on a powerful lick from the Dungeons & Dragons game. To kill a lick, you must destroy their phylactery, which is an object that contains their soul. If the kids are to defeat Vecna, they must locate and destroy the phylactery. It's most likely hidden somewhere in the Creel House, perhaps even in the creepy grandfather clock that's been a central theme in the trailers. Time will be skewed. This season is all about time, and clocks have been prominently featured since the first teaser was released. The concept of time and reality being distorted is a classic horror trope. It's particularly reminiscent of Nightmare on Elm Street, which served as a significant inspiration for this season, and it even features Freddy Krueger himself in the cast. The characters in Nightmare have a hard time telling whether they're in the real world or the dream world. They'll have to figure out who killed the Creel family. A new and horrifying supernatural threat surfaces, presenting a gruesome mystery that, if solved, might finally put an end to the horrors of the Upside Down, according to the season's description. It appears that the kids will be tasked with solving the murder mystery surrounding the Creel family, Victor Creel was most likely falsely accused or driven insane by Vecna, who murdered his family. They will have to enlist the help of Victor Creel himself. Only that he is a disturbed and intimidating man who is imprisoned in a psychiatric hospital for a gruesome murder in the 1950s is all we know about him. He was shown in the trailer as an older man with his eyes sewn shut. Perhaps he did this because the horrors he was witnessing were too much for him to bear. Because he can't see in the real world, he might be able to see more of the Upside Down. Joyce and Murray break Hopper out of prison. Season 4 will take place in 3 locations: Kamchatka, Hawkins, and California. Hopper is alive and trapped in a Russian prison. Joyce, Will, Jonathan, and Eleven are in California, and the rest of the crew is still in Hawkins. Eleven and co. were moved to California to keep them safe, but as you can see, when Joyce gets a very mysterious package from Russia, the danger is never that far away. Later in the trailer, Joyce is spotted flying a helicopter with Murray in Russia. She likely gets a hold of Murray to help her assess whatever is in the package from Russia. And since he is such a conspiracy theorist, he figures out that Hopper is stuck there. How did they get a helicopter? And how would they even get into the Russian prison to break Hopper out? Well, who knows? But one of the posters for Season 4 shows Hopper, Joyce, and Murray in the empty, blood-splattered Russian prison, with a large fire at the end. Many fans have also theorized that Dr. Brenner, Eleven's Papa, is still alive and in Russia, so maybe he escapes with Hopper. Eleven becomes the villain. Since Billy and Will were both possessed by the creature through physical contact, fans theorize that the same thing could happen to Eleven. During the battle at Starcourt Mall in Season 3, a piece of the creature got stuck in her leg. She was able to remove it using her powers, but afterward, her powers stopped working. This could be because the Mind Flayer took her powers and remains a part of her. If this is the case, Vecna could use Eleven to do his bidding. The question is, who could defeat her if this happens? Fans have been waiting for the rest of the kids from Hawkins Lab to show up since Season 1. So far, we've just met at 11 and 8. Maybe 8 will be back with the rest of the test subjects to stop 11. Some fans also think that Hopper could be the one to bring her back, sacrificing himself as he did in Season 3, but with more dire consequences this time. Another theory is that Max could end up fighting against her if she does get some kind of power from her connection with Vecna. Part 1 will come to an end. They appear to have lost. Season 4 will be split into 2 episodes. The first half of the season will most likely end with Vecna having the upper hand, based on Vecna's statement, "You have lost," at the end of the trailer. It's difficult to predict how Part 2 will end, but many fans believe that the Russians and other experiments will not appear in Hawkins until the second part is released in July. Some fans and theorists have compared this season to Avengers, Infinity War and Endgame. The heroes will be defeated at the end of Part 1, just like in those movies, but will triumph once they enlist the help of more people. Part 2 could begin with Hopper's return and the arrival of 8 and his companions. They can't win this war without 11, as Dr. Owen said, but if she doesn't regain her powers or becomes the villain, they'll need some help. These are many theories, but wait, hold on, the series is coming out, so put your seatbelts on and get ready for an adventure.